Hello and welcome to GBR. Just wanted today racing for the guys in the from the MRC in the GTTCC. This is round 1, race 2. As you can see, we are at Road Atlanta for another 30-minute race, and this one is a reverse grid from the first race, and everyone driving different cars as well from their first race car. So on pole we have Golden Brownie in the Mustang. He's driving for prostate cancer. Right, oh god, there we go, right there. And Pepsi. In second place we have the Muffin Man, driving for RSPCA, and what was the... Have we got it on there? I can't see it on there. I can't think who RSPCA was sponsored with. It'll come to me. Yeah, but yeah, he's driving the Aston Martin. In third place we have Pilgrim. He's driving the Cruise Light and Air Ambulance, as you can see by the there we go on the bonnet. Air Ambulance UK. He's in the Supra. Obviously these are the teams they race for the whole season as well. In fourth place we have Brucey, racing for Sparkle and Sparko in the Aston Martin. In fifth place we have the Crow, also racing for prostate cancer and Pepsi. Have you got Pepsi on here? There we go, Crow. That's one thing to do for next round. Have the old Pepsi logo. He's racing the McLaren. In sixth place we have Bazza, racing for Sparkle and Sparko. He's in the Aston Martin. In seventh place we have Judge. He's gone to the VW Scirocco. He's racing for Help for Heroes, and I believe it was LG. Yes, it was, bottom right there. In eighth place we have JRC. Looks like he's racing for Team Chrome Red. I think this is a last minute car choice for JRC, so he's racing in the Lambo. In ninth place we have Phil, racing for Cancer Research UK and Team Golf. He's chosen the Ferrari. And I can tell that one person done this livery for you. That would be Monic Monster or Evil Knievel. And the winner from the first race, Raffo. He has chosen the Aston Martin again, racing for Team Cancer Research UK. And what was the other team? What was the and Golf? That would be right. Yeah, haven't got the Golf on there as well, so another thing for the MLR guys to put on their cars. And last but not least, James, who left race 1, started at the back for this one. He's in the Lambo, racing for We Are Driven and Infinity Decals. So that's the grid. Gone through the sponsors. So a couple of guys need to add it on to their car, but other than that, we are all good to go. So let's get these guys underway for 30 minutes at Road Atlanta. Hopefully no pit stops, because we've got not a very hard corners, or long corners, let's say. 5 lights and away we go at Road Atlanta for round 2. Golden Brownie gets a good start there. I want to go down. There we go. Muffin Man in second. holding off Pilgrim in 3rd place. Brucey there in 4th, Crow there 5th. Crow's done well. Who's gone back? Someone's gone back. Judge in 10th place has gone back. Moving up to the back of the pack. So obviously not a great start for the Scirocco. But there was a bit of tire squealing. Must have been Muffin Man. He's been overtaken by Pilgrim. Brucey's gone it out wide. He saves it. Let's have a look at that action replay. Here we go. Gets on the curve, gets a power slide on. Will he pick up a half second? Hopefully he won't, because he lost a place in doing so. No, he doesn't, but James behind does pick up a 1 second penalty. Behind this track is quite harsh on penalties, especially through that section. But out front we've got Golden Brownie, then the Muffin Man. He's got back past Pilgrim for 2nd place. Pilgrim in 3rd, Crow in 4th, Brucey 5th. James in 6th. So done well, got up to 6th place from the back of the pack. Serving a penalty isn't going to help. Raffo up to 6th place now. With James serving that penalty. Judge in 7th, JRC in 8th. Phil and Bazza. What's happened with Phil and Bazza? Bazza was spinning around. It looked like he had Phil behind. Slight tap from Phil, I think, on Bazza. More of a racing incident. Probably happened with Brucey up ahead. Probably just put the brakes on and got a bit confused of who's going where on the exit of the S's section. So as we come to finish lap 1, Golden Brownie will lead for the first time. Muffin Man, looks like he's kept that distance to Golden Brownie after having a bit of a squabble with Pilgrim. But the Crow in 4th, hunting down Pilgrim. So obviously this will be a kind of everyone kind of coming through from the back to the front. Judge now up to 6th place. He was down in 10th at this point a lap ago, so he's done well to get up to 6th. I think that helped with a couple of guys obviously spinning off. But JRC there in 7th in the well, it is just red chrome, but it's a very nice red chrome on that Lambo. Raffo there in 8th, just ahead of James in the other Lambo. I think there's only 2 in this race. Both starting near the back, but hopefully they'll be able to work their way to the front of the pack. We know James is a decent and quick driver. Pilgrim there have to serve a half second penalty, so that's going to allow Crow to get in front. Will that allow Brucey to get up to the back of Pilgrim and make a move as they come down towards the chicane? No, he's not. Pilgrim's just going to hold off Brucey there in 5th place, but Judge is looking menacing behind as they come across over the hill down the last corner. Will JRC try and make a move on Judge, but we know that Scirocco's quick in a straight line. Pilgrim's having to defend from Brucey, but that's going to allow the door open. Judge just gets his nose cut off there, but JRC looks like he's going to try and go side by side. No, he backs out over the top of the hill. Into the S's we go. It's a fast paced track. Well, compared to the last race, this one seems a really quick lap. Actually a whole minute quicker. JRC getting it all tail happy, coming out of the S's. It's going to allow, who's that, Raffo behind him, to try and make a move. Yeah, it doesn't. JRC does defend it well. Judge there going up the inside of Pilgrim. Pilgrim's been done twice there and ends up into the wall. What's happened with Pilgrim? Because he was in 4th, so how did he get down to 5th and then 6th? Looks like Brucey got a good drive coming out of the S's towards the double right there, up the inside. Judge then tries to follow suit and does so, and then looks like Pilgrim just got on the power too early and the car didn't want to behave, so it stopped Pilgrim down to 9th place. Bazza and Phil can now see Pilgrim up ahead. These two now, Bazza set fastest up the race as well so far for that 24.9. Golden Brownie still out in front. Crow has got himself up to second place, so he's got past Muffin Man. Did Muffin Man have a penalty? Yes, he did. So nice easy overtake then for the Crow to get into second. Now on the hunt down of Golden Brownie in first place in the Mustang. 25.3, 24.8. Crow gets fastest lap of the race. The last lap round 5 tenths quicker than Golden Brownie. Muffin Man obviously had that penalty, so did obviously drop him down a little bit that lap. But these three checked out a little bit from the rest of the pack. Obviously with these guys fighting to come through as well, will make it a little bit trickier. Judge there in fourth, Brucey in fifth, JRC behind with a half-second penalty, so he could get into the clutches of Raffo behind once he serves that penalty in a couple of corners time. James there in 8th place, obviously picked up a place from Pilgrim going out on that corner just there. So we'll see if Raffo can get past JRC. JRC is in the slip of Brucey, couldn't get much closer, so I don't think that Raffo is going to make a move as they come down towards the chicane. He's too far behind. Here's Raffo, so JRC stays in 6th place for the moment. Brucey is trying to make it past Judge through the chicane. That's Scirocco just proving too much in a straight line, it seems, but JRC's already served that half second and straight up to the back of Brucey and goes to the inside into turn 1. So JRC and gets it all sorts of sideways just to show Brucey how it's done. But Brucey's fighting back as they come up to the top of the hill into the S's. JRC keeps that 5th place ahead of Brucey. I know Brucey would have loved seeing JRC drifting it in front of him. Back to the front. Crow is catching up to Golden Brownie now. Last lap was 2 tenths quicker. So Crow is definitely going to probably try and make a move into the chicane, I would say, past Golden Brownie. He does look to the right hand side, then pulls back in. I think Crow's just not had enough slipstream at the moment, but he looks like he's going to go on the inside. It's going to be the outside into the chicane. Golden Brownie's not had much defence there of the Crow, but obviously they are teammates, so they're not going to put up too much of a fight. They want to get as many points as they can for the team. It is an individual but also a team series. There are obviously 6 series going on. 6 leagues, sorry, going on. At the same time, Judge goes fastest of all for 24.756. I think that fastest lap will just keep coming down whilst the tyres are still pretty fresh and the fuel tanks slowly empty. So JRC keeping ahead of Brucey. Raffo there in 7th. James there still behind in 8th place. Bazza and Phil got past Pilgrim. Must have been on the last lap. He had a 33. So Pilgrim not liking the what was he in? His Toyota Supra as much. But Phil just sitting behind Bazza at the moment. But we do know that the Aston is pretty good in a straight line, so it's going to be hard for Phil to try and make any inroads on Bazza. Bazza did go deep through the double right, which is going to allow Phil to get a drive coming out onto the back straight. The only real straight on the track. It's not even straight, it's still got a couple of curves on it. But as they come down towards the chicane, these two going side by side. Phil just gets ahead of Bazza. Bazza slips back in, gets a bit of slipstream. Will he try and outbrake Phil? No, he won't. He will pull back inside. And Phil gets up to 9th place, so just a little mistake there from Bazza. That's cost him a position. But Raffo on the back end now of Brucey. Judge sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's got past. JRC sets fastest lap of the race and gets past Judge, and straight up to the back end of Muffin Man for that first place. So JRC trying to get a redemption for race 1 of running out of tyre, just a lap too early. But the front two of Crow and Golden Brownie just pulling a little bit of a gap over Muffin Man at the moment. So the two teammates working well together, trying to open up that gap. JRC is going to drop off the back of Muffin Man now with this half-second penalty he's serving. Judge there will catch up to him. Obviously we know the Scirocco is quick. He will get back around the outside of JRC into the chicane. This is the most, the best part to overtake on the circuit. So that's where I think a lot of the overtakes will happen in this race. Okay, still just behind. Phil just ahead of Bazza. Now Pilgrim comes into the chicane in 11th place. So Crow there in first. He's got Golden Brownie with him. I said these two are, I think everyone's on the softs as well. We'll have a look as I go through. And I will believe everyone would have started on the softs for this race. Muffin Man in third, Judge in fourth. JRC's now got to pick himself back up and chase down Judge again to get to, into the fourth place and try and then chase down Muffin Man, because obviously he's done well to get up to there so far, just in 11 minutes of racing. Brucey there in the sixth place. He's got JRC ahead, so if he can try and tag on behind, he might be able to get pulled along up to the back end of Judge. Same as Raffo, they're all kind of in the slipstream train at the moment, it seems. These front 8 guys. Let's see, what's Phil doing? They're doing about the same lap time, so they haven't really been able to catch up. Have Phil and Bazza. Pilgrim doing 27s, so just off the pace in the car. So everyone else seems to be doing 24s and 25s. By the looks of it, it's a little bit. Everyone in the line at the moment, just everyone just following the Crow around the track as we go. So we'll just follow them as they come through the last part of the S's up the hill. Where's James gone? Where has James gone? James has had an incident. He's lost 7 seconds this lap. Where did James? There he is. He's in the wall. Turn 1. Back end steps out. Just then just gets onto the grass and into the tar wall. Oh, wrong way. So James has dropped it from, what was he was in 8th place. He's still got dirty tyres and damage. Runs it out wide coming out of the S's and loses the spot to Bazza as well. So I don't know if James was still having real problems in this race. I believe he was, just didn't get it sorted out in between race 1 and race 2. So what I will do, I'll quickly flick through. I don't think there's anyone close. What I will do is I'll jump on with the Crow for a lap of Road Atlanta as we come through the final corner across the line to start lap 10 down towards turn 1. Pretty much a 90-degree corner, and then it starts to go uphill on the exit. Up the hill we go, and it's a blind apex this one. You just fling it in when you think it's good, and then you go down the S's. And you go right hand, there's a little flick left, and then you just brake as soon as this bit straight up, and then you go left here over the brow of this hill. And it's a little straight now towards the double right. at the furthest part of the track. Now, obviously this is a lot slower, this right-hander, than it looks. You feel you can carry a lot more speed, but you just can't. And that's putting the old pedal to the metal, down the back straight, over the little brow of the hill, and then through the penalty gates, which you've seen a few guys use already this race. And as we come down towards the chicane, near the end of the lap now, on them white lines, slam on the brakes, turn it in, and get the power back on now, and flat out to the end of the lap, over the brow of this hill, keep it pinned through the last corner, and across the line we go. Thank you, Crow, for the lap guide. Muffin Man in second, Judge in third, Golden Brownie in fourth now. I believe Golden Brownie had a penalty on that lap. JRC in fifth place, with Brucey still on his coattails behind, so he hasn't been able to drop him. JRC, so well, JRC's got Golden Brownie in front of him. Did cut that corner. Will JRC get a penalty for that one? I don't know. Don't think he will. Looks like he's clean, but Golden Brownie's picked up a penalty, and Muffin Man picked up a penalty as well, so Judge will be up to second place in a second, and I think JRC might be up into third once these two in front have served their penalties. And Brucey probably get past Golden Brownie as well. It's all going to change now, but obviously the Crows just going to love this. Everyone picking up penalties behind him, just opening up that gap. Brucey's going to make it 3 wide as he in towards the chicane we go. Absolutely brilliant overtake there from Brucey. Probably should see that one in the overtake of the week. But great move there from Brucey, up to fourth place. JRC obviously moved up to third, Judge into second now. So Golden Brownie and Muffin Man lost a couple of places there from serving them penalties. Doing well in second and third, but now with the guys from the back of the pack slowly coming through, they are just struggling now to keep them behind. Raffo there in 7th place, Phil in 8th, Buzzer in 9th place, with James not too far behind him. Pilgrim there, really struggling, it seems to be, in that Supra. Did one quick lap, but there's a few too many mistakes, it seems. Ooh, the Crow's got a half-second penalty, so even the leader can make mistakes. So that's just going to allow Judge has got a 1-second penalty, so I think that's going to allow JRC to get into second place. Yes, he will. So JRC's only got the Crow to go, but he's got about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of him before he can even start fighting with the Crow. So Brucey in 4th place. He's now going to have seen that Judge has got a penalty. Probably going to try and push to see if he can try and make him get another one, but Brucey picks up a half-second. Everyone's making mistakes midway through this race at the moment. Golden Brownie is holding off Muffin Man there in 5th and 6th place. There seems to be the rest of the pack, apart from Buzzer and James, all spread out a little bit. So it looks like we're going to have a race for first place in a couple of laps time between the Crow and JRC. JRC keeps setting a blistering first sector. Just seems to obviously just lose it off through the rest of the part of the lap. If he can get into the Crow's slipstream, he might be able to get pulled along and go even faster. This is lap time of 24.674 at the moment. And here comes Brucey's serve. Could be having that half-second penalty, but I think he's far enough ahead of Golden Brownie, who's also got a half-second penalty. So Muffin Man's going to go straight through him. Up to 5th place now for Muffin Man, down to 6th for Golden, but Brucey stays in 4th place. drops off the back of Judge now. So Judge has got a bit of breathing room from behind, so we can focus more on JRC in front. JRC setting the fastest lap of the race again at 24.4 now. It was a 24.6, so 2 tenths faster that round, and Crow set a 25.7, so 1.3 seconds a lap did JRC catch on Crow. So what was the distance? About 2 seconds at the moment, just over, and they crossed the line. So if JRC can get another good lap like that, he'll be right up behind the Crow at the end of this lap. And Judge is going quicker as well than the Crow, so is Judge coming into this fight? Probably might be a bit late, but we shall see. Creasy there in 4th, Muffin Man in 5th. This is a great camera angle as they come down the back straight. Golden Brownie in 6th, Raffo in 7th place, Phil in 8th place, James in 9th, and Basil there in 10th. Just having to serve a 5-second penalty, so he's been overtaken by James. Might have had a little incident and got overtaken. Pilgrim there in 11th place. Just struggling, let's say, with this, with the car or the track or a bit of both. I'm not too sure, but they do get a 1 free car choice between round 1 and round 2. Just with the new physics literally being released the day before the racing happened. Couldn't really say that's the car you've got to choose for the season. So it was agreed to have 1 car choice available with no penalty taken. But what was the lap times between JRC? A 1:24.6 pretty much. It was 25.2, so 6 tenths again was taken out of the Crow's lead. So the Crow will now have his mirrors full of a red shiny Lambo that is catching him pretty down quickly at the moment. I don't think the Crow will be able to fight it off, seeing his front left is not pretty much dead, but it's dying fairly quickly. He should be able to last to the end of the race. 9 minutes should be able to last what he's got left, but the JRC's got a lot more on that front left to do the last couple of laps of this race. Really closing out 24.8 to a 25.4, so yeah, another 6 tenths taken out. I do believe it will probably be this lap that JRC will get past the Crow. Brucey there in 4th, Muffin Man in 5th, Golden Brown in 6th, Raffo 7th, Phil in 8th, James in 9th, Bazza 10th, and Pilgrim in 11th. So this is where the action is at the moment, at the front of the pack for the lead, because everyone else seems to just have spread out even more since we kind of fast went through the field. On to the back straight they go. I'm just going to have a quick drinks break. It is bloody hot even when I'm recording this at 9:30 at night. But the Crow still holding off JRC into the chicane for the 16th time of asking. It's just going to be about 7 minutes of the race to go, so we probably will be looking at another 5 laps for JRC to try and make a move on the Crow. I do believe it will happen, looking at how much he's been able to close up that gap quickly, but obviously this is quite a hard track to overtake. There's really only that one spot into the chicane at the end of the straight, or if obviously the guy in front has to serve a penalty. That's the only 2 chances that you're going to make to get past. You can't see JRC, you know he is quicker, but just can't get past it. The Crow through the first sector of this lap. Will he try and force a move into the double right? No, he won't. He will just sit behind him. He'll jump on board as they come onto the back straight. You can see the power difference between the McLaren and the Lambo. They seem pretty good. Now the slipstream is going to start taking effect for the Lambo. There we go. You can see he is closing in on the Crow. Really pulled to the left to try and go around the outside. Where's the camera angle I want? Won't let me look to the right hand side. But JRC goes past the Crow into the chicane. I said it would happen there. It's really the only place for an overtake to happen. So JRC into first place to start lap 18. All he's got to do now is keep the Crow behind him for the remaining laps. I think the Crow probably will try and just nurse his tyres a little bit. He can't nurse them too much because he's got Judge fairly close behind him. So we'll be joining him. I would believe, because he is going quicker. He's Judge. Been able to save his tyres that little bit more. Brucey there doing really well there in 4th place. Muffin Man in 5th. Golden Brownie's now been joined by Raffo, and it looks like Phil's come up to join these guys as well. So we've got a three-way battle here for 6th place. With 5 minutes of the race to go, so it could be a battle to the end. But the tyre wear for these guys really not looking good. That Mustang and the Aston Martin have chewed through that front left like it was a hot meal at school. It looks like Raffo here is going to go for the move. He pulls to the right hand side of Golden Brownie down towards the chicane. It looks like the Mustang power is just keeping Golden Brownie ahead of Raffo. Down towards the chicane they go. Yeah, Golden Brownie just holds off Raffo for the moment, but Phil's having a look. Is Phil going to go for a move up the inside? Backs out of it, coming down the hill to the final corner. We'll just have a quick flick through everyone else. Bazza, he's come into the pit and he's also binned it. So he's going for that fastest lap is Bazza. JRC first, Crow second, Judge third, Brucey in 4th, Muffin Man 5th, Golden Brownie 6th, Raffo and Phil all here fighting for the 6th spot. This is where the action is at the moment on the track. So I'll stay with these guys. Infinity James is coming to the pits. We've seen what Bazza's done, and he wants a piece of that fastest lap as well. But I think JRC at the moment pretty much got that one nailed on the head. Raffo getting nice and tight through that double right onto the back straight. Will Raffo now have another chance of trying to get past Golden Brownie down the back straight? But Phil is there as well. Raffo pulls to the right. Raffo's got ahead of Golden Brownie. Golden Brownie is going to be in a sandwich here, but I think it's like between Phil and Raffo. Phil goes to the inside. Oh, wrong way. Phil has gave that move work. 2 for 1 action for Phil there. Raffo pretty much he stays in 7th place. Surprisingly through all of that, but absolutely clean racing there between the three, and there's still nose to tail as they come into turn 1. Slight tap there from Golden Brownie on the exit, but I think that was Raffo getting it slightly a bit sideways through the apex. But now Phil's got to defend against Raffo and Golden Brownie in the last couple of laps of asking, but I think Phil's tyres will be able to last a bit better than Raffo and Golden's there. So incredible action down towards that chicane. That really has been where every overtake has happened on track, and really impressive. No one's really died apart from that one from any accidents. Shows you how clean the MRC guys really are. Back to the front, JRC. He's licked that stamp, he's sent it, and he's checked out. How far is he ahead? Let's have a look. And the Crow crosses the line, about 4 seconds ahead at the moment. With, I think this will be his last lap. He might get one more. Same as Crow and Judge, it's very close to see if they're going to get an extra lap or not. But it looks like Judge is closing in, 7/10 the last lap. What's the difference? So this could be action to the end. Brucey there in 4th place. Looks like he's going to seal that 4th place. Pretty good result there for Brucey. Phil now has been able to check out a little bit from Raffo. We've still got Golden Brownie behind him. And Golden Brownie's got Muffin Man closing in. I think that action that they had really slowed them down. And Muffin Man has been able to catch up at the tyre wear. A pixel for Raffo, 2 pixels for Golden, and no pixels for Muffin Man. Pilgrim there in 9th place. A bit of tyre buzzer there. 25.7. What did James do? 24.5. So only a tenth and a bit off for James. But JRC comes across to finish. No, he won't. He will get another lap. So the Crow will come across to finish in 2nd place. Judge just behind him in 3rd place. Brucey will come across to finish in 4th place. Great result there for Brucey. Phil with that great battle at the end of the race there with Raffo and Golden will come across in 5th place. Raffo will come across to finish in 6th. Golden Brownie just behind him in 7th. Muffin Man dropped off at the end of the lap to finish in 8th. And Pilgrim, as it comes down the back straight, not too far is Bazza behind, but I think Bazza a bit too far behind to make anything happen in the last couple of corners. James there looks like he didn't cut, I don't think he'd done that lap, and then that was it. I think his wheel gave up the ghost, but Pilgrim comes across to finish in 9th place. Bazza will come across in 10th place. Didn't get that fastest lap off JRC, but here's the man of the race. Started from, I think it was, what was it, 8th on the grid. Comes over the crest of the hill for the last time and around the last corner. So JRC will win race 2 from round 1. Well done JRC. Let's see, if you enjoyed the action, hit that like button. Maybe hit subscribe, and you'll see the races for the season unfold. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.